So since I woke up this morning with a huge zit on my face, I thought that I would film my full coverage foundation routine. And by full coverage, I mean everything looks like a doll. So let me just zoom in. Okay. And my skin type, I have dry skin. Severely dry in the winter, normal in the summer. I do get a little oily, like if I'm in the heat. Let me just move this up. Okay. I do get a little oily in the heat, but I mean, I'm not a grease smell. So keep that in mind with the stuff that I'm using, because if you're oily, it might not work for you. So first thing I'm going to do is take my Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizing lotion, and this is for people with dry skin. If you have oily skin, they have a gel that is made for oily skin, and this stuff is really nice. It's really light, so I like to use it all year round. And normally I do my foundation before my eye makeup, but I look a little scary without my eye makeup. Okay, next thing, you always want to prime your face because it gives your foundation something to sit on instead of going like seeping into your skin. It's like a barrier. So I'm actually going to do two primers. The first primer is a silicone based primer. So this will cover your pores. And I just put it on where my pores are. And people with oily skin, I would say to put this all over your face because it's very mattifying. But because I have dry skin, I don't need it all over my face. And with it, and this is L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. So all I do, and you want to pat this primer in because it will fill all of your pores in, and it doesn't mattify, but it takes the shine away from, you know, the shiniest points. That's why I put it on my chin, on my forehead, and in the middle of my face. Now for the rest of my face, I'm taking a non-silicone, which is just like kind of feels like a lotion, and this is called Pixi Fullest and Poreless, and I'm putting this on around my face. And this one I just rub in. I don't do anything crazy with it. Put it like above, and just rub all that in. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a setting spray. And you don't have to do a setting spray before any, if you could do it just after, you could do it just before, but I like to do both. And this is Scandinavia's Makeup Finishing Spray in Bridal. And you just shake it and spray it all over your face. And this is just kind of like another primer to make your skin, I think it's, yeah, 16 hours it keeps your makeup on, so it's heavy duty. So first I'm going to start with Revlon's Color Stay Whipped Foundation, and this is actually for people with oily skin, but I don't know why it works so good on my skin. So if you have oily skin, you could try it. It's really, really nice. It blends really nice. It's like not cakey at all. So I'm just taking that and putting the least amount of it on my face. Kind of just putting a couple dots around my face because this stuff, it's kind of heavy on me. It could be different for somebody with oily skin. And then I'm going to take my Becca Radiant Skin Satin Foundation. You could get this at Sephora. And because it's satin, it's not like it's not dewy, so it doesn't make you glowy, and it's not matte, so it doesn't dry you out. So it could be good for oily skin, but I think it's kind of glowy, and that's why I like to mix it with the more mattifying foundation. But this one, it leaves a really, really beautiful finish. So that's why I like mixing them. They both together just work really good. And I'm putting a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm just putting this, pretty much the majority of my face will have this one. And just putting it, get that sucker right there. That's where my pimple is. Okay. And then I'm going to take a Sigma flat top kabuki brush. Mine's dirty, so I don't know what to tell you. So this is, you don't have to use this, but if you do want to use it, it's $16 from SigmaBeauty.com. It's really worth it, but you could also just rub it in with your hands. But I think that this will leave a really pretty finish, and it's not as messy as using your hands, and you know everything's getting blended in. And you have to be careful with this. You have to pat it first. I think that's the best method. is to pat it into your skin before you go and blend it all out and rub it all in. Make sure you get your hairline and just continue to pat. I don't really like to get foundation on my lips if I don't have to. I think kind of gross. But as you can see, everything's already getting covered up. And this is just from those foundations, because both foundations are medium to full coverage. So they work really good. And for people with dry skin, it's very, very hard to find a foundation that's not going to leave you looking cakey, let alone a full coverage foundation that isn't going to make you cakey. And people with dry skin do get pimples, so it's not like we have perfect skin. Okay, and it's all blended in after this point, so I don't have to pat anymore. I'm kind of just doing light strokes to make sure everything is blended in. So as you can see, this is still pretty freaking red. It's like brand new. Like this is like really like serious brand new. So what I'm going to do is take, if I can find my MAC one, that would be better. Yes. Okay. This is MAC Select Cover Up. This is like super duper light because I bought this in the winter, but you can fix it with bronzer because it's not like it's going all over your face, so it's okay to use a concealer that's a couple shades lighter. And I'm just putting that right on the pimple, a little bit around my nose. And then for highlighting, this step is optional, but I like to do this because it really brightens your face. And this is actually what Kim Kardashian does. It's like becoming a very big thing, is to highlight under your face with a light, pretty much the lightest shade, no matter what color your skin is. You're going to want to use the lightest shade of a concealer to highlight underneath your face. And it's going in a triangular motion. And you're just gonna, you can use, again, you can use your fingers to blend this in, but I'm gonna go back with that flat top kabuki brush and then pat the concealer in so my fingers don't take away any of that concealer. So all I'm doing is just patting that. I'm gonna be gentle. You don't want to be too crazy underneath your eyes. You can bring it down. I know it's probably making me look super white right now, but we're going to fix that with bronzer. And just blend it out. And give, just go over it with your finger to make sure everything sinks in. Okay. Alright, so I know I'm really not this white. I promise I'm really not this white. I don't know why it's making me look so white. But, okay. Next thing I'm going to do is contour my face. You don't have to do this, but it makes your face look slimmer, so I like to do it. And I'm taking a blush brush from e.l.f. and taking my Too Faced bronzer in Chocolate Soleil, and I'm just patting it like this, side to side. And then I'm starting from the top of your ear, and that's where you contour. I go the fishy face. And you just want to make the line as of right now, and then we'll blend it. You're like giving yourself, literally creating cheekbones. And then after you have the line, you just want to blend it up. See, and it's nothing crazy. I'm going a little stronger just so it comes up on the camera. But you see how slim my face looks compared to this? It just makes your face look that much smaller. And you want to make yourself look skinny, your face look skinny if you can. See how round my face is? Try to give it some dimension. Okay, I'm doing the same thing to the other side. Take your time with this, because it's very easy to make it look like you have a big blob on the side of your face. So do it as like light. You don't want to make it crazy. I mean, if you can, if you are like going out at night, but I don't really like to contour if I'm going to like the store or going to like school. There's really no need for it. But if you're going to hang out with friends, going out wherever, it's nice to have your face look thin. And then all I'm doing is just taking a little bit of it on the temples of my forehead and kind of just blending it all out on my forehead. And this is just going to make my forehead look a little bit tinier as well. Okay. Then I'm going to take the Too Faced bronzer again with a big fluffy brush, and I'm just patting it. Like, literally, look, there's like nothing going on the brush. I don't want like crazy bronzing, but I just want to give some color to my skin and like make me bronze. And I don't put that much. Like, I just put it down my neck, on my forehead. This is kind of use it more as like a setting powder because I do have dry skin, so I can't really use a setting powder and a bronzer and a foundation. It starts to cake up. So, and this just gives like color back into the face that was taken out. And this blush, it sheds like crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I spent so much money on this brush. So crazy. Okay. And by the way, that's a Sigma brush too. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is take a large angled contour brush. And this is by Sigma. You don't have to use this. You can use any blush brush you want. And I'm going to take... Actually, I think I'm going to take a nice pink blush like Kim Kardashian wears. This is MAC's Pink Swoon, and it's just a light pink blush. And I'm just going to get that right on the apples of your cheeks. And this is going to blend in with that bronzer. So you're kind of like blending it down into the bronzer. You want most of the color to be concentrated on your cheeks, the apples of your cheeks. And then that's when you blend it. And I like to, instead of going like this, I like to just push down. I feel like it blends nicer that way. Okay. And then the last step, I'm taking a fan brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk. And I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones where it's like where the sun would hit. It's so pretty. It's very glowy when you have a highlight. And people don't realize you should highlight the tops of your cheekbones. If you don't have a highlighter, you can use a shimmery white eyeshadow and use your finger just to put it on the tops. It looks so beautiful. Oh, I love it. So I'm just taking my Dior Amber Diamonds highlighter, and I'm going to just sweep it in like this and then go like this into that white stain. And I'm just putting it right on the tops of my cheekbones very lightly because I don't want to go too crazy with it. And you see how they all blend together and make it look very glowy? I love it, especially for summer. And this highlighter is so beautiful. It's very subtle. It's not too crazy. And then you can put it down your nose and on the top of your lip. Okay, so last thing to do is you could take MAC's Fix Plus, or like any setting spray. These are two setting sprays that I like to use. When I finish my makeup, I like to use this one because this, like, it's the weirdest thing, I swear to God. If you could have a cake face, spray this on your face, and it's just gone. You literally don't have a cake face anymore. It's the weirdest thing ever. I don't know how it happens, but that's why I like using it when it's done with my makeup. And it smells so good. So you just do a couple sprays on your face, and then you could do this again, but I don't think that I need to. And you know what? Let me put some lipstick on. Finish it off. This is MAC's Angel. It's just a light pink. Okay, so this is the finished look of my full coverage foundation. I mean, of course, my pimple is not going to go away completely. I can't make miracles, but my face does look pretty damn good. All the redness is gone, and it just looks very put together. So I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something from it, and let me know what you want me to do next.